So this year I decided to officially move back into my parents' house for the entire 2021. So yes, I am a 29-year-old who is living at home with her parents, all in the name of being close to family and saving money to become more quickly financially independent. It was actually 2020 is when I moved in, and it was a perfect year to do so with the pandemic and everything going on. I'm so glad I was able to be close to my family, and I wanted to extend that into 2021, and just until we kind of know for sure where things are going to be, and I get a clear picture of what I want to do next with my life, whether it's like investing in real estate or, moving who knows where. The world is my oyster. It's still kind of like a work in progress, as you will see. So I am here today to give you a behind the scenes look of where I sleep, work, play, and just take you on a tour of my room. I've finally kind of furnished it and settled in. It only took like 9 months, so I'm finally ready to kind of show you what it looks like and give you 5 decorating tips for how to furnish your room on a budget to get your room feeling really cozy and personal and not break the bank. So let's take a look around. Welcome to my room. As you can see, it's very much a work in progress. The window treatments still got it's just like cheap paper that we have hanging up. And then this is like my bed space. And I would say, I know minimalism is like super almost trendy right now, and I wouldn't necessarily identify myself as a minimalist. That like as minimalist aesthetic is just so sterile and impersonal to me, and when you walk into this room, I want you to feel a certain way. I want you to feel warm and welcome and cozy and like you're living in a home. And for me, that just is not my vibe. I'm a lot more like, come into my space, like let's all hang out and fluff on the bed. So my room, I would say, is more like, I don't know, what would you call this? I don't know. Everything in here is some stuff that I really love and I like enjoy looking at every day. And as you can tell, my like colors are very warm and welcoming and soft, and feminine. I would say I'm also a very like feminine decorator, as is like my brand and everything. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is this piece of art. So as you can see, I have a giant periodic table on a huge canvas, and this is something that I made myself. I went to Michael's, which is a craft store that always has coupons, and canvases are always on sale. It was like the cheapest most giant canvas, and it was something like $15, might be $20 now, because I got this literally years ago and I painted this years ago. But I will link to my favorite DIY YouTuber's channel. Her name is Kiva Brent, and she does an amazing job of showing you how to do DIY a canvas for super cheap and look super artful and tasteful, and literally cost her like nothing to do. She's so talented, and you can create art yourself that makes a huge statement. I feel like having a giant canvas is a truly statement piece that like sets the vibe and tone for your room. That being my like periodic table. She's like cute nerd. I don't know. But that being said, yes, you don't need to create as intricate an artwork as the periodic table of elements. Like that's a lot. I wouldn't even do it again. It was so hard to do. It was like a one and done. But I'm very proud of how it turned out. This artwork can be super unique and personal to your space, and also doesn't have to cost that much. So it was really no more than like $30. So it makes a huge difference in this space. It totally sets the vibe. So something that brings like nature and warmth and more organicness to a space is plants. And I am by no means like do not have a green thumb, can't keep things alive. So what I really love is dried out pieces of grass or leaves, branches. And pampas grass is really trendy right now, but I would say it's like also an invasive species, so I wouldn't go planting them. But if you do happen to find one, like you can I found these on the ground and picked fix them up and sprayed them with hairspray so they weren't like shed everywhere, and plopped it in a vase that I already had. Finding decoration doesn't have to be expensive. It can be like free branches that you pick up off the ground. It can be like a pine cones you put in a bowl that you forage. Like, it doesn't need to be anything fancy, but bringing the outside in really gives it like this element of organic nature, and that's what I really love breaking into a space, like that element of like outdoors. Super easy swap is swapping out handles. Now these are just like cheap brass ones from Amazon, but I feel like they make the space so much more chic. Yeah, these are the brass handles from Amazon, and wow, they like really elevate my drawer space. You can see it's, don't look at that. They make it a lot more elegant, and I feel like the brass ties into you know, the more gold elements that I have in my room, whereas my mom originally wanted more of like a silver handle, but since they're very cheap and affordable, she can easily, you know, swap them out whenever I do move out of this room, because I'm not staying in here forever, y'all. Just swapping out your handles for something from Amazon that's very affordable really makes a elegant statement to your space. One of my favorite places to shop is Facebook Marketplace. The thing that I love about Facebook Marketplace is your ability to terms and have notifications pop up when you have a new listing that meets your criteria. So for example, I'm looking for 2 nightstands. I don't have nightstands really right now that match, and I would love to get like a set of nightstands, but I am only willing to go in a 40-mile radius for under $200. So I'll get notifications for a pair of nightstands whenever a new listing pops up that matches that radius and price range, and then I will like take a look at it and decide. I mean, I have decided that right now none of them have worked out, but I'm not like married to a certain style. I'm just like open to seeing whatever the universe sends me. So I will eventually find a pair of nightstands, but the thing about like decorating a room and like trying to find everything on a budget is that you have to be a little bit flexible in the time and the price and the style. You can't be like too married to like a particular style. Another thing that I will say is really great to find on Facebook Marketplace and through other secondhand apps like OfferUp or Nextdoor, they have like a free and for sale section, is IKEA furniture, because everybody buys IKEA furniture, and I would almost never ever buy IKEA furniture from IKEA unless like, I guess you like were really in a pinch, because the thing is, you and everybody else like have all shopped at IKEA. Like, I'm sure like 90% of people who are watching this video have shopped at IKEA, which also means at the end of the day, you've probably gotten rid of some IKEA furniture. Whether you're moving cross country, it's not worth taking it, and you just are trying to get rid of it. So that being said, you always can find IKEA furniture on the market. So if you do want a specific IKEA style, you could probably put the name of that in and have it populate, and you would probably get what you wanted. So yeah, Facebook Marketplace is the bomb.com. This headdresser is actually from Facebook Marketplace. I got it for like $80. What I love about this headboard is that there's like, I know I have a lot of storage in here, but it also just like provides more storage for all my little knickknacks that I love. And I will say a lot of these knickknacks are just like inherited from my parents or grandma or great aunts or uncles. I really don't go seeking out tchotchkes, they just kind of find me. And they're all very sentimental for one reason or another. Very mid-century vibes, but also is very functional. Another spot for super great quality furniture is your local thrift shop. I always try and go into those places without like a specific thing in mind, and you'll end up finding randomly like really great stuff. Like this rug I got from Jewish Thrift Council. Went in on a whim after I got a haircut one day, and I saw this rug and it was price marked for $200. And if you try to find Killam rugs like this, I mean, they easily go for like $900. Like, it's handmade, and just like I loved the colors. It was so perfect. It was so warm. definitely gave me like Southwest vibes almost. So I wasn't looking for this rug, but this rug definitely found me. And a rug just truly like transforms the space. It's like that giant canvas and this rug. So this rug, yeah, I just love him so much. Another way to get super affordable art for your room is through Etsy. This unsubscribed print is actually a digital piece from my own Etsy shop, and you can download it and whatever size you want. What I like to do is get a frame from a place like Goodwill or the dollar store or Target and fill it with artwork that keeps me motivated on my FIRE journey. So yeah, I'm plugging my own 2 pieces of artwork, which I obviously really love and I find super inspiring on my journey to financial independence. They remind me to stay radical, even though it's absolutely radical to be retiring at 35, and to unsubscribe from not just marketing emails, but also from ideas and people who bring you down. So I obviously love my own artwork, and you can check me out at Millennial Money Honey Etsy shop. If you're watching this, I have a discount code for MMH20 to get 20% off everything. But I'm not just plugging my own shop. There are so many other talented artists out there on Etsy selling their prints at a very affordable price. So those are the 5 easy swaps I did to kind of make my space feel my own and that are super frugal that you can do to furnish your space. And that is how I designed my space. Thanks for coming to my room, and I will talk to you guys soon. So if you like what you saw and you're inspired to decorate your own space like this, please smash the like button, subscribe to my channel or to the podcast, and we'll talk more money, honey.